Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and the MEKA Squad is one of my favorite non-playable character groups in Overwatch. To be fair, they're the only non-playable character group in the game, but still, they're an interesting bunch. Now, for those that don't know who the MEKA Squad is, we have D.va, who's a relatively unknown character that not a lot of people know about. We have d.mon, which is my favorite character out of the MEKA Squad that has yet to be playable, that has a tremendous backstory that can have great lore potential. And then we have the most overhyped character in the whole entire game, Overlord, which I already made 2 separate videos talking about both of them already, but we have yet to talk about Casino and King. Now, when it comes to both of these MEKA Squad members, they're definitely the least known out of the 5 bunch, but that's kind of why I make these videos, is to talk about their backstory, how they even joined the MEKA Squad, but more importantly, talk about how they could be playable characters within Overwatch. So today, I wanted to talk about Casino because I not only think he's one of the coolest characters, not only backstory-wise, but when it comes to his hero kit, this could be one of the most fun MEKA Squad members of all time. It'll put Overlord in the dust. But first, let's talk about Casino's origin story and how he even joined the MEKA Squad in the first place. Now, before he joined the MEKA Squad, Casino was actually a Formula 1 race car driver, which, come on now, compared to being an esports prodigy, I think that is way cooler of a backstory. But we definitely see that F1 passion in his design with his slick back white hair and his too cool for school attitude. Overall, Casino, he's just a cool cat, man. Now, because of his F1 skills, he was already a star in his own right, but when he joined the MEKA Squad, that just shot his popularity through the stratosphere. Now, maybe not as much as D.va, who's seen on all sorts of billboards, advertisements, and merchandise seen throughout South Korea, but he could easily be the second, or at the very least, third most popular member out of the squad. The South Korean army took note of Casino's driving skills and thought, hey, we just hired a bunch of gamers to try to pilot these mechas. Why don't we try to hire somebody that actually has their license? And that's what they decided to do. They sent an invite to Casino, and then when he joined the MEKA Squad, just like all the other members, they all pilot their own unique sort of robot that have different weapons and abilities. And you know, Casino, he's an F1 driver. He's got to pimp out his ride, so he gave it a green paint job and a nickname that goes by the name of La Princess Serena. I probably mispronounced that, but La Princess, that's a funny name coming from an F1 driver. I guess, man, because knowing me, I probably would have nicknamed it Turbo or Sonic. Now, other than his backstory, we don't know much else about Casino other than his coincidental ties in with the map Circuit Royale. Because did you notice that there is an F1 car in the map just like the cars that Casino drives? And what else is on Circuit Royale? Casino. Hey, wait a minute. This guy's name is also named Casino. And let's not forget that Casino's mecha's nickname is La Princesa Serena, or Serene, which is exactly what Monaco's royalty is nicknamed as well. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I mean, 3 instances of this character, that basically confirms Casino. But how could Casino play within Overwatch 2? Because the biggest challenge here is that a lot of people look at the MEKA Squad and assume that they're all gonna be tanks. But when we talked about Overlord, I actually said that this could be one of the support characters, and when it comes to Casino, I think this is actually going to be a DPS mecha hero. Now, would it make sense for all 5 of these characters to be tanks? Absolutely, because they pilot these big giant robots. But if we can somehow make them small enough and balanced enough to be a DPS hero, then I think it's definitely possible, especially when you look at some of these ideas that I have for Casino. Oh, they're so cool. First, let's talk about his primary weapon. Now, when it comes to Casino's primary weapon, we do see it in use in the comic, and of course, it's coming from the twin exhaust pipes that you see on both sides of his mech, and he's shooting some sort of beam. I think this would be a great opportunity to add another beam character in the DPS category of heroes, because we haven't seen a beam character added in a very long time. I can't remember the last one. However, it wouldn't function like how Zarya's beam works, but rather similar to Symmetra's primary and secondary fire combined, where you have to charge up the beam, but then it fires a hit scan laser, and you can fire it in rapid session, kind of similar to Symmetra's secondary fire if she had 2 of them. Now, I wanted to keep his weapons very simple because I wanted to make his abilities extremely spicy. Since Casino is an F1 driver, I want to take his skills and transform them into abilities. So the first ability is a mobile ability, which is transforming his mech into an F1 car. Now, it wouldn't be a permanent transformation. I kind of picture it sort of like Bastion's transformation, where you transform into a completely different design mech, into like an F1 mecha car, and you're able to drive for like a couple of seconds, and then you transform back into your normal mech, and then you would have like an 8 or 10 second cooldown. Now, in terms of animation, this be difficult because you would have to make a completely different design mech to have that F1 design. And actually, when editing this video, I took another look at Casino's mech, and I noticed that there's already wheels underneath the middle part of his mech, or what appears to be wheels. So you might not even have to make a separate form for his mech. He could have wheels just kind of extend out, sort of like an airplane as landing gear. But also balance-wise, okay, well, how fast does he go? How long is he able to drive? But I mainly just wanted some sort of like fast movement ability, because Casino doesn't look like someone that wants to go slow. No, he wants to go fast, he wants to go forward. So if anything, this would be just another dive DPS that he can go with, like Winston, or shoot, even D.va. But for his other ability, I want to give him another F1 type design ability, where we give Casino a self-repair ability. Admittedly, I might be getting NASCAR and F1 mixed up, because I don't know if you have a pit crew in F1, but nonetheless, I want to give him the ability to self-repair his mech, just like how Bastion used to be able to do in Overwatch 1. Now, in terms of the animation, I don't know how it would work. I don't know if there would be a separate weld arm that would come on, or maybe tiny little robots that screw around the mech and repair it. I'm not sure, but I just wanted some sort of repair ability because that would fit into Casino's character. But this is where Casino becomes the best MEKA Squad member, because I know a lot of people want to crash his car just like it's GTA. And I'll be honest, I think Casino's down too. So what if we gave his ultimate the ability to rev up his engine, and just like in F1, or maybe I'm thinking of drag racing now, but let's say there's a countdown on 3, 2, 1, and as soon as that flag drops, you're able to drive forward, and anybody that is in your path gets ran over and eliminated. Not only would this be a great DPS ultimate, but it teach a great life lesson to look both ways before crossing the street. It would function very similar to Junker Queen's ultimate, but instead of just anti-ing the enemy team and giving them a bleed effect and doing a tiny bit of damage, here it'd just be straight up damage. Now, the balance here is that you do have to rev up your engine for like 1 to 2 seconds, and anybody that sees that is gonna get out of the way, but anybody that doesn't see it, boom, they get instantly eliminated. Again, the Casino, he's all about going fast, and he is a DPS hero, so I think that this would be a great opportunity to give him an ultimate that just instantly kills people in their path. Now, a lot of people would ask, okay, well, does Casino eject out of his car just like how D.va does? And I feel like that's what makes D.va unique, is the fact that she does have 2 unique forms. Here, the unique part about Casino is that he's able to drive, but once you destroy Casino's mech, you also destroy Casino. I think you should give him the Hammond treatment, where if the ball dies or if the vehicle dies, then he also dies as well. Because, I mean, what would you give him for his weapon? What, tires to throw? Nah, fam. Casino's not all about that. Once he crashes his car, he's done for. He's out of here, bro. He's just gonna go home and bang like 3 girls at the same time. Now, the final thing a lot of people will be wondering is who would be the voice actor for Casino? And I think there's only one character that would be worthy to be voicing this MEKA Squad member, and that, of course, is Ricky Bobby, because he not only pisses excellence, but he pisses on the competition. If you ain't first, you last, and that's why I want Casino in Overwatch 2. Overall, this character is just so cool, and I want his hero kit to reflect that. And after talking about it, man, even though d.mon has my heart, Casino's coming in hot with that 2nd place. Anyway, let me know what you think about Casino, if you want him in Overwatch 2, because I definitely want him more than freaking Overlord, bro. I still don't understand why people want Overlord in the game. But anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.